contemporary, relevant, timeless. You are now listening to Open Forum with Suzana Wak Samsudi.
IKIM FM, inspirasi utama anda. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. You are listening to IKIM FM. Thank you for making us part of your day. Whether you're joining us live on the radio or tuning in via Facebook or YouTube, we are truly grateful for your presence. I'm Suzana, fellow at the Center for Economy and Social Studies, Institute of Islamic Understanding Malaysia, IKIM, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Open Forum with our topic today, Youth, Scouts and Noble Leadership. Dear listeners, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah Al-Kahf, verse 13, "Indeed, they were youth who believe in their Lord, and we increase them in guidance." Today, we turn our spotlight to a topic that lies at the very heart of nation building, our youth. In Islam, youth is not just a stage of life. It is a precious amanah, a sacred trust from Allah to be nurtured with knowledge, skills, and noble values. The question is, how do we guide our young people to become leaders with integrity, servants to their communities, and true ambassadors of the Deen? To help us explore this, we are honoured to have with us today Major General Prof. Dato Dr. Muhammad Zin bin Bidin, who is the Chief Scout of Malaysia, a man who has dedicated decades to shaping the next generation through the scouting movement. Today, we will discover how scouting not only equips young people with essential life skills, but also breathes life into Islamic values in a way that is practical, engaging, and transformative. Welcome to Open Forum, Dato.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Okay, our question for Dato today. When we talk about youth, young people today face so many challenges. From your perspective, Dato, how can the scouting movement help nurture noble-hearted youth with strong character and competitiveness while staying true to the Islamic values?
Thank you very much. What you said, Susanna, is very, very true. Young people today really face a lot of challenges. With the pressure of technologies, social media, mental health struggles, and the need to remain competitive in a fast-changing world. So in such times, scouting offers something deeply relevant, a way to nurture noble-hearted youth who are strong in character, competitive in spirit, and firmly grounded in values. Scouting at its very core is about shaping young people to become disciplined, trustworthy, and ready to serve other people. This aligns beautifully with Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ immatan yahduna bi amrina wa auhayna ilaihim fi'lal khairati wa iqamas salati wa ita az-zakah wa kanu lana abidin. And we made them leaders, guiding by our command, and we inspired them to do good deeds, establish prayer, and give zakah, and they were worshippers of us. Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 73. This verse shows us that true leadership in Islam is about service, is about guidance and worship. In scouting, when a young person learns discipline, teamwork, and service to the community, they are in fact preparing themselves for the kind of leadership. I was myself a scout, and I trained with a lot of my young friends. They were Malays, Chinese, Indians, and all other races. We worked together, cooked together, camped together, played together. And in scouting, we learn about leadership. But true leadership is not just about titles. It is about being the first to step forward, the first to lend a hand, and the first to inspire others with kindness and responsibilities. These are the qualities that scouting instills, and they mirror the Islamic principles of compassion, community, and stewardship. That is why scouting is not just about camping and wearing a uniform. It is about producing leaders who are spiritually grounded, socially responsible, and ready to contribute to society. These are the role models we hope to see emerging from our youth. I can say confidently that Scouting remains one of the most effective youth development in the world. But I also want to stress that Scouting today is not stuck in the past. While some may still picture Scout march or tie knots, the movement has evolved into a dynamic platform that addresses 21st century challenges. In Scouting, we build character, we encourage critical thinking, we nurture teamwork and strengthen leadership. These are not optional skills anymore. These are essential skills. Research shows that almost 80% of workplace success today comes from the soft skills like communication, collaboration, adaptability. Scouting provides a structured and flexible way to cultivate them. You know, in a world where young people often connect through screens rather than face to face, Scouting creates something rare and precious, real human connection, resilience and empathy. Through outdoor activities, service projects and peer-led leadership, Scouts learn not only how to succeed, but how to uplift other people. You know, now at the present time, globally, we are a family of 60 million members of Scouts across 174 countries. We are the world's largest youth organizations in the world. In Malaysia, Scouting reaches from urban centers to remote indigenous villages, from kindergartens to universities. We are inclusive, we are far-reaching, and we are grounded in our national values. So that is Scouting in Malaysia. And I would like to share you our vision. That is to be a premier, modern, and independent youth education organization, training young Malaysians to be active citizens and positive agents of change. Our mission is to educate young people through a value-based system founded on the Scout Promise and Law. You know, when I was young, I joined the Scout. I have to take the Scout Promise. We used to stand at attention, raise our hand and say, on my honor, I promise that I will do my best to do my duty to God, King and country, to help other people at all times, and to obey the Scout laws. So these are the principles that I and my group instill upon our hearts and minds. And perhaps it is also important to note that Scouting in Malaysia is not just another NGO. We don't like actually to be called an NGO because we are established under the Act of Parliament.
I see.
And we are under the protection of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, who is the our patron-in-chief, and the sultans and the governors are the patrons of the state. So in reality, we are a national organization in character and royal in stature. So is Scouting relevant? Of course, it is still very relevant, not as just a nostalgic memory, but as a forward-looking force for civic responsibilities, nation building, and global citizenship. Our commitment is clear. We adapt, we respond, and we lead, nurturing youth who are strong in character, noble in heart, and true to both their faith and their nation. So that, I believe, is how Scouting prepares our young people not only to face challenges, but to rise above them with courage, wisdom, and noble leadership. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dato, for your sharing. I'm sure there's plenty more we will hear from you. But for now, let's take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ikuti kami di podcast web podcast.ikim.my.
Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, when the Prophet ﷺ came to Medina and he said to let the camel go, when it came and then ascended at the point, alighted at the place where the masjid is now, Abu Ayyub took the bags of the Prophet. And because everybody wanted the Prophet ﷺ, but Abu Ayyub took the bags. And the Prophet said, a man is with his luggage. He was so diplomatic, he didn't want to offend anybody. And so he went into the house, and Abu Ayyub put him on the bottom floor because he wanted to honor him. It's easier to be on the bottom floor than on the top floor. You have to walk up the stairs. You can't go out as easy. He wanted him, so he and his wife went up. He couldn't, he became so constricted because he was, I don't want to put my foot where the head, where the head of the Messenger of Allah. This is adab. People don't have this understanding anymore, this loss of adab in our age. So he went and he asked the Prophet, please, we can't stay above you. And so the Prophet changed places with him, and then he would bring the food up. And when the food would come down, he told his wife, show me where the messenger's fingers ate from, and then he would eat from that place. This is tatabbu' al-athar, following the traces. And then one time he took some food up that had garlic. And then when they brought it down, Abu Ayyub asked his wife, where did he eat from? She said he didn't take anything from it. Abu Ayyub said, faza'tu, I became completely, faza' is like to be in a state of shock. And he ran upstairs and he said, Ya Rasulullah, was there something haram in it? He said, no. He said, it's just garlic. I don't like garlic. I don't eat garlic because I speak to angels. And angels don't like bad sense. Angels like high sense. But his state when he saw it, did I do something? I mean, that is adab. Because it's mahabba, it's from love. That's love. You love the one who loves the beloved. You love the one who loves the beloved. Jibreel in a sahih hadith said, if Allah loves somebody, He calls Jibreel and He says, I love so-and-so, so love him also, because I love him. People of the heavens, they love.
What do you love about your life?
Oh, of course. It will be my family. They are my biggest supporter. I wouldn't be able to be where I am right now without them.
Alhamdulillah, I love that I can still wake up every day and pray to Allah.
I have been through a lot in life. And you know what? Honestly, I love that I'm learning to love myself, finally.
Is there anything you wish to improve?
Oh, of course, a lot.
I wish I could manage my time better to balance work, ibadah, and family.
Actually, I really want to overcome my shyness so I can connect with people better. I do really want to be more confident.
Journey to Siha Nafsiyah is a safe space for hearts in search of healing through the beauty of Islam. Because true well-being begins from within. Tune in to Journey to Siha Nafsiyah every Saturday at 6 p.m. only on IKIM FM.
Negeri Sembilan 102.7.
Welcome back to Open Forum. Today we are exploring youth, scouts and noble leadership with our special guest, Major General Prof. Dato Dr. Muhammad Zain bin Bidin, the Chief Scouts of Malaysia, joining us. Okay, Dato, with everything going digital, what are some of the key challenges the scouting movement in Malaysia faces in keeping young people engaged?
I think this is a great challenge. I think this is not a challenge only for young people, but also for old people. When we go back to kampung, instead of talking to your parents, you're always on the phone. So, young people, they are constantly connected. Their lives revolve around the smartphones, the social media, online entertainment, and virtual platforms. But we must remember, technology itself is not wrong.
Okay.
In fact, it is a powerful tool for knowledge, communication, and also innovation. But when not guided, it can consume the attention of our young people, disconnecting them from real life skills, relationships, and community service. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminded us in a powerful hadith, the feet of the son of Adam will not move on the day of resurrection until he is asked about five things: his life and how he lived it, his youth and how he spent it, his wealth and how he earned it and spent it, and his knowledge and what he did with it. Hadith al-Tirmidhi. This hadith emphasizes that youth is a responsibility. It is a trust from Allah, and youth must be spent wisely. Scouting helps young people to do exactly that by giving them meaningful alternative that balance the digital world with real life experiences. You know, Susanna, when I was young, I was very naughty. I was very active. So I was lucky to join the Scout movement. At least I have a guide. My teacher guided me on what to do, helped me to earn my badges, helped me to obey the Scout promise and live by the Scout law. So, in fact, it gave me a direction in life. So through Scouting, our youth discover the excitement of camping, community service, outdoor survival, and leadership challenges. These are experiences that no video game can replicate. They reconnect young people with nature. Scout exactly do the same the thing. They're connecting us with nature, with our communities, and with our own inner potential. At the same time, Scouting does not reject technology. In fact, we embrace it and we use it to enhance Scouting. For example, today Scouts engage in STEM-based activities: science, technologies, engineering, and mathematics. In fact, we have a lot of proficiency badges in STEM and SDGs. We are also engaged in robotics. We are engaged on online learning and digital innovation projects. And our challenge is to make Scouting attractive in the digital age. And we are doing so that this combining timeless values with modern tools. So we are doing this by combining timeless values of Scouting with the modern tools of technologies. And in Malaysia, we have already transformed many of our Scouting programs. Our leadership trainings, once only possible through physical camps, are now delivered through hybrid and digital platforms. This has opened access to youth in rural and undeserved areas, ensuring no one is left behind. By doing so, we are equipping our young people not only with outdoor and survival skills, but also with the 21st century competencies such as digital literacy, adaptabilities, collaborations, and problem solving. These are the very skills they need to remain competitive in the modern world while still grounded in noble values. But while the methods have changed, our foundation remains firm. The Scout promise and law I mentioned to you just now emphasize on integrities, service, respect, and responsibilities. These remain at the heart of our movement. These principles are timeless. They speak directly into these global challenges: environmental crisis, polarization, and mental health struggles. That is why our program today also focus on sustainability, mental well-being, and humanitarian services. For example, through the Earth Tribe Initiative and Biodiversity Awareness campaigns, Scouts learn to care for the environment as a trust from Allah. Through our upcoming tele-counseling initiative under the Academy Pengangkap Negara, we are preparing to provide professional mental health support for Scouts and even for the wider public, a contribution to national well-being. And when disasters strike, such as floods or landslides, our disaster relief team in states like Perak, Kelantan, Terengganu stand by to serve. This is how Scouting keeps young people engaged, by making them active contributors to their society, not just passive consumers of content. So yes, digital age is a challenge, but it is also an opportunity. It pushes us to innovate, to integrate new methods, and to ensure Scouting remains impactful. We are not simply keeping up with change. We are leading the way, show how youth can be competitive in the digital world while remaining noble in character and true to Islamic value. I truly believe that Scouting is more than just an activity. It is a journey of the mind, the heart, and the spirit. We do not only train hands to tie knots, we train hearts to serve and minds to lead. This is how we keep young people engaged, inspired, and prepared for the future.
Okay, interesting. From Dato sharing, so we can understand that from the Scouts movement, Scouts program, Scouts activity. So actually, the youth they have the chance to learn digital skills. To as part of their the skills for them to acquire in this to face in these challenges in the world today, the 21st century skills. So instead of looking digital and all this gadget as a problem, the youth and through the Scouts activities are taking the advantage of these digital programs. Instead of looking at it as a challenge, but taking it as an opportunity to groom these youth into the skills as part of their skills for leadership values.
In fact, during the COVID times, we teach Scouts how to do digital logbook.
Oh, okay.
They took their videos,
Okay.
they sent to us. So we conduct a lot of activities online. So now that the COVID is over, in fact, we are doing a lot of programs digitally, so that more knowledge can be imparted, more activities can be conducted, and the proficiency badges that they used to earn only through conventional methods can now be conducted online.
Okay.
So only the certain percentage that needs practical input that Scouts need to come on the field.
Also, very interesting that you mentioned just now, part of the transformation program of the Scouts to be inclusive. So we use this digital, as a hybrid tool to connect those people in the rural and the urban. So, making it Scouts for everyone. Yes. I'm very sure that, for some people like those who are disabled, for example, with disability situation, they can still join Scouts, not necessarily through the traditional way, physically, but also through this digital platform.
As I mentioned, I would say Scout is both exclusive and inclusive.
Correct.
Exclusive in the sense that it is one of the best youth organizations.
Correct.
Inclusive in the sense that we accommodate a lot of people, everyone from youngest age of 5 up to as long as they live. The PP girl, they can join Scout until whatever age they are.
Yes.
And at school, the OKU people, PPK, all of them join Scouts. We have special curriculum for these handicapped people. We have special badges for them, special training for them, and all of them wear uniform. So we are very inclusive in that sense, and we are now also developing what you call community-based Scouting, whereby everybody in the rural areas, in Felda schemes, anybody who has not got the opportunity to join Scouting at school can join community-based Scouting. So it is very exclusive, and with digital technology, everyone can have access to the knowledge.
Yes.
So that's what we are doing now.
And then the fact that, with the 60 million members all over the world, can you just imagine what's such an organization with that platform for this youth to connect with each other, not just in Malaysia, but to understand the cultural values in Asia and also all over the world.
I'm very proud to inform you that we have the headquarters of the World Organization of the Scout Movement in Malaysia now. and they look after the 60 million Scouts worldwide, comprising 174 countries. So
Right from
every
Malaysia.
members of the world now is looking towards Kuala Lumpur, as the headquarters of the World Scout Movement. So I'm very proud of that.
Yes, that is something should be highlighted. What Malaysia have for people who need to understand what's the value of the Scouts. I think it's very interesting. I'm very sure that we have more to discuss on these scouting activities, what it is for the youth, and actually. It's not just youth, it's for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, we just take a short break and we'll be back right after this.
According to WHO, nearly 1.3 million people die in road crashes each year, on average 3,287 deaths a day. Drivers who are texting can be 23 times more likely to crash than non-distracted drivers. Posting to social media, checking email, programming a navigation system, or watching a video are among the many excuses people tend to give when they are asked why they text while driving. Please be aware of the dangers and keep your attention on the road, not on your mobile phones or other mobile devices. Texting and driving is dangerous. Road traffic crashes are predictable, can be prevented. Help saves lives. Don't text and drive.
The Sultan Ahmed Mosque is a historical mosque in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey and the capital of the Ottoman Empire. It is located at the Sultan Ahmed Square, opposite to the Hagia Sophia Church. The mosque is popularly known as the Blue Mosque for the blue tiles adorning the walls of its interior. This mosque has become one of the greatest tourist attractions of Istanbul. The mosque was commissioned by Sultan Ahmed I as a rival to Hagia Sophia and designed by architect Mehmet Aga. Construction on the Blue Mosque began in 1609 and took 7 years. Sultan Ahmed died only a year after the completion of his masterpiece at the age of 27. The Sultan Ahmed Mosque, or the Blue Mosque, is one of the 2 mosques in Turkey that has 6 minarets. Each of these fluted, pencil-shaped minarets has 3 balconies, while the 2 others at the end of the forecourt only have 2 balconies. The upper levels of the interior are dominated by blue paint. More than 200 stained glass windows with intricate designs emit natural light, today assisted by chandeliers. The decorations include vases from the Quran, many of them made by Said Qasim Gubari, regarded as the greatest calligrapher of its time. The floors are covered with carpets, which are donated by faithful people and are regularly replaced as they wear out.
Kota Baru 89.8 FM dan like serta follow FB, IG, TikTok dan website IKIM FM di ikimfm.my.
Welcome back to Open Forum with our topic today, Youth, Scout and Noble Leadership, with our special guest, Major General Prof. Dato Dr. Muhammad Zain bin Bidin, the Chief Scouts of Malaysia. Okay, Dato, to continue. I'm very sure just now Datuk mentioned something about environmental, relates to biodiversity, those things. Actually, Scouts also have those kind of activities. So, from what I read in the press, on 28th of May this year, so that's about May now, is about a few months back, the Malaysian Scouts Association made history with the launch of the Scout Biodiversity Proficiency Badge as part of its environmental initiative. Could you share more about this badge, its objective, and the activities or skills Scouts will need to complete in order to earn it?
Well, even before this badge, actually, we already have our proficiency badges.
Okay.
as early as in the 1940s, 1950s, we have, I remember one of the badges is called Marine Conservation.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, I was not qualified to take that badge. So, but now, this is something more comprehensive, how to say.
Okay.
So, why do you need this new badge called a Biodiversity Badge? You know, Malaysia is a country blessed with some of the greatest biodiversities in the world.
Correct.
So we have big, nice, beautiful, large rainforests that are millions of years old. We have beautiful coral reef. I'm a diver. I used to dive. So I used to say the most beautiful scenery on earth is actually underwater. So we have nice big rivers, beautiful mountains, and thousands of unique species, from the hornbill to the rafflesia, from the tapir to the Malayan tiger. But sadly, we are also facing serious environmental threats, such as what? Deforestation, pollution, plastic waste, climate change, and the loss of species. If we do not act, our children may one day only see these treasures in books, not in real life. So the Biodiversity Badge was created with one mission: to nurture young leaders who care for nature. It aims to build awareness, inspire action, and create responsibility among Scouts to protect the environment. You asked just now, how do we earn this badge?
Okay.
You know, in Scouting, it's not easy to earn any badge. Okay, it takes at least 2 or 3 months preparation. So this Biodiversity Badge is not just an ordinary badge. In order to earn it, Scouts must go through a series of activities and skill building exercises. Let me share a few of them. Number 1, exploring the ecosystem. Scouts must visit forests, mangrove, rivers, or beaches to learn how living things are connected. 2, identifying species. They must learn to identify plants and animals, including those that are endangered or unique to Malaysia. I remember when I was in Form 2, one of the requirements to earn my second class badge was to identify 10 birds and 10 wild trees.
Okay.
I remember rambutan trees, durian trees, mangosteen trees, but my teacher said, no, these are wild trees. Pokok jelutung, pokok cengal, all these things, for which I do not know. So luckily my father was a forest officer, so he taught me all the names of these wild trees.
Okay.
So number 3, study environmental challenges. For example, they make research about plastic pollution, deforestation, or climate change, and then propose solutions. Next is taking action. This is very important. Scouts must carry out conservation projects like tree planting, mangrove restoration, river cleanups, recycling program, or creating awareness campaign. So they have to take action, not just theory. And they need to share knowledge. They must share what they have learned, whether by giving talks in school, designing posters, or even using social media to spread their message. So through these activities, Scouts are not just learning about nature. They are also developing skills in observation, teamwork, leadership, responsibility, and communications. And these are life skills that will stay with them forever. I told you just now about soft skills, life skills. These are not really taught at school. At school, we are only taught the cognitive component.
Correct.
Very little on the psychomotor and affective component. So in Scouts, we teach them not just cognitive, but also psychomotor and affective. So what are the benefits of this badge? For the youth themselves, they gain knowledge about diversity. They do outdoor skills and develop confidence as leaders. For the community, they become role models, inspiring friends, families, and neighbors to take care of nature. For the nation, it contributes to Malaysia's sustainability, helping us face challenges like climate change while protecting our natural heritage. You may ask, what does Islam got to do with biodiversity? You know, the effort that we have in scouting, especially in these endeavors of biodiversity, also reflects the values of Islam. Allah reminds us in the Quran, do not cause corruption upon the earth after it has been set in order. Surah Al-A'raf, verse 56. And in another verse, Al-Fatir, verse 39, it is He who has made you successors upon the earth. This means that we are all Khalifah, caretakers of Allah, caretakers of Allah's creation. Protecting biodiversity is not just an environmental duty, it is also a spiritual duty. You know, when a scout plants trees, saves water, or helps to clean a river, these are not just good deeds. They can also be considered as acts of worship, if done with the sincerity for the sake of Allah. This shows how closely scouting values and Islamic principles are connected. So that's, in a sense, what the biodiversity badge is all about. So, you know, on the 31st of August, just 2 days ago, we celebrated Merdeka. So I think true independence is not just about political freedom. It is also about securing our future, having clean water to drink, healthy forests, and safe communities for the next generation. So the Scout Biodiversity Badge represents this new form of independence, freedom from environmental destruction, and freedom to live in harmony with nature. It is a gift we give to the future of Malaysia. So in conclusion, the Scout Biodiversity Badge is more than just a piece of cloth on the Scout uniform. It is a promise by our young people to learn, to take action, and to lead others in protecting the environment. A promise to our nation that our biodiversity will not be destroyed, but preserved. And most importantly, a promise to Allah that we will fulfill our role as Khalifah of the earth. I think that's all that I have.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dato, with all your sharing. So we can see from what you have shared today that we have learned that, as the world's largest youth organization and with the vision to be the premier, modern and independent organization, plus with the world headquarters in Malaysia, actually, Scout is the one. I think that's not too much to say. Scout is the best platform for our youth, to be nurtured to be nurtured as a future leaders with all the important skills and the right values, which indeed is in line with the Islamic values. So before we wrap up, what advice would you give to young Muslims on making the best use of their youth, both in serving their communities and in strengthening their faith?
Well, if I wish, I would like to be young again. So that I can really develop myself to the fullest.
Okay.
And I think we all know youth is one of the greatest gifts that Allah has given us. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminded us to make use of 5 things before 5. One of them is our youth before our old age. This is the golden period of your life, when your energy is high, your spirit is strong, and your heart is open to learning and service. So do not waste it. Use it wisely, for Allah will one day ask you, how did you spend your youth? So as Muslims, you are in a very special position. Scouting is not only about wearing a uniform, camping in the jungle, and so on. It is about building character, building discipline and leadership. It is about preparing yourself to serve the community and to lead with courage and humility. And when you combine scouting with Islam, you become more than just a scout. You become a Khalifah, a guardian of the earth, and a servant of Allah. So, every small action you do can become great in the sight of Allah. When you pray on time, you build discipline. When you respect your parents and teachers, you build noble character. When you help your community, whether by cleaning a river, planting a tree, or helping a neighbor, you build leadership. And the beauty of Islam is that these good deeds are not just community service. They are acts of worship. Remember the hadith of the Prophet. If a Muslim plants a tree and any person, animal or bird eats from it, it will be recorded as charity for him until the day of judgment. Imagine that a single tree you plant as a scout could continue giving you rewards for years to come. This is what we call sadaqah jariyah, a continuous charity. So, my advice to our young people is, do not underestimate yourself. When I was young, I thought I was not of much use to the country because I do not contribute anything. So, do not underestimate yourself. You are the future of this ummah and the future of the nation. Your energy, your ideas, and your courage are gifts from Allah. So use them well. Surround yourself with good friends who uplift you. Keep seeking knowledge. Hold fast to your prayers, for prayer is the anchor of a Muslim. And remember the words of Allah in the Quran. Surah Al-Ra'd, verse 11. Indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. This means that your future is in your hands. If you want a better Malaysia, a stronger ummah, and a healthier environment, it begins with you. So change yourself, and you will change the world around you. So, my dear young friends, my message to you is simple. Be strong in faith, be noble in heart, and be ready to lead. Be proud of your uniform and your scout promise. But above all, be proud of your iman, your faith, for that is what will guide you through every challenge of your life. Let your youth be a time of service, not waste. Let your hands be hands that build, not destroy. Let your heart be filled with love for Allah, for your family, for your ummah, and for the environment that Allah has entrusted to us. If you live by these values, inshallah, you will grow into leaders who are respected in this world and rewarded in the next. So, rise up to the future. The future is waiting for you. Your ummah needs you. Your nation needs you. And above all, Allah has chosen you. Allah has chosen you to be His Khalifah on this earth. Be worthy of that trust. And inshallah, your youth will become your greatest blessing. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, such a beautiful message to end our conversation today. Thank you very much, Dato, for your sharing. It's been a pleasure and honor having you in Open Forum, and we pray that through this Scout program, we will produce more and more noble leaders in the future.
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you for staying, dear, to all our listeners. Thank you for sharing, staying with us throughout today's program. Until we meet again, take care, stay inspired, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.